How's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the Grand Theft Auto 5 campaign ending. So I figured on the eve of Grand Theft Auto Online I would talk about it. However, there's going to be a spoiler alert. If you don't want your game ruined or you haven't completed the campaign as of today, I would suggest you click away from the video, or if you really just want to watch this free roam gameplay, you can just mute the video and watch me goof off and free roam for a little bit. So just to clear some things up, I have done all of the endings. Of course, you can just save the game before you go into the final mission. But for those of you who don't know what's going on, you either have a choice to kill Trevor, kill Michael, or go on what is called option C of a death wish, where you try to take on Devin Weston and the FIB at the same time and do neither of those things, kill neither of them. And that is kind of the feel-good ending, I guess you could say, in this game, where you defeat the bad guys of Devin Weston and the FIB, and all three of the characters get to walk away. And they basically say, hey, this was fun. Trevor and Michael, they go their own real separate ways. Franklin and Michael, they share, a kind of common bond, like, hey, we're friends. This was cool, but you hit the big score and you're going to retire now. And you don't need to be doing things like this. Michael preaches how he always wants to retire, and Franklin always has feelings of going back and hanging out with Lamar. But now that he's financially sound, he's able to do some of the things he wanted to do in his past, but he really couldn't do since he was so parched for money. So that was ending C. I don't know how I felt about ending C. I liked it. Like I said, it was the feel-good ending, and it was the one where obviously everyone lives and you kind of ride off into the sunset. Now, the first ending I picked was killing Trevor, and I'm going to talk about this one probably for the longest because I feel like it is the most realistic. Now, you can disagree with me on that. That's totally fine, but I would encourage you to leave your comments down below. I feel like C isn't realistic because for Franklin to disobey, obviously Merriweather and Devin Weston and the FIB would be putting a huge target on his back, and I don't know if any man would want a target of that size on their back. So the reason I say killing Trevor would be the most realistic is that was the relationship that Franklin didn't have. It wasn't as smooth as with Mike. Of course, if you know how Franklin met Michael, Franklin was repoing one of Michael's son's cars, and they eventually started like a little business together where they would do some scores together. Franklin would help Michael, Michael would help Franklin, and they really developed a friendship. And if you go through ending B, you can hear Michael say like, hey, I want to have you over for dinner, I want to meet you, the kids and family. And, they really start to bond and have a great relationship with each other. So I felt that killing Trevor made the most sense in the relationship between Michael and Franklin, but it also made the most sense for the game because Trevor is clearly a psychopath, and Michael mentions this at the end. He said, as bad as this is, we did the right thing because he ate human stew. He basically became a cannibal, was eating human stew at one point in the game. And Michael was trying to explain to Franklin that that was not the best friend he knew in the past. Trevor had changed, and it was, it had gone way too far. And that was the reasoning going behind it. Now, I think Michael's reasoning for helping Franklin was a little bit different. Franklin obviously had feelings for Michael that I guess he necessarily didn't have for Trevor. Michael obviously, like I said, helped him out tremendously, I guess in his little career of doing these scores and various assignments. And Michael's reasoning was Trevor was a threat to him and his family. Trevor was going to kill Michael, I guarantee you that, in one way or another. He always wanted to. In fact, he made an attempt to after he discovered that Brad was in the grave. So that was one of the things that Michael had a real strong motivation for. Now, talking about ending B, sorry, I've kind of gone in a lopsided order right here. I think ending B is the saddest in the game because as Franklin is going to kill Michael, he gets on a phone call, or excuse me, Michael gets on a phone call, and he says it's from his wife Amanda, and she said Tracy's going to college, and she's doing great things with his life. It looks like his family is turning around. The relationship with them is getting much better. He talks about how he wants to have Franklin over, hang out, watch some movies, go to dinner with his family, and it looks like things are just looking great for Michael. And then he finds out that Franklin, who he thought was his best friend, his little mentor, his apprentice, was there to kill him. And that was really shocking to him. And also, you kind of get like, Franklin gets self-regret as he's killing him. You get the option to save or, drop Michael down to the balcony below. It doesn't matter what you do. But he kind of has regret. And after he kills him, he doesn't know what to do. He calls Lamar and says, hey, let's hang out. And I think he kind of regrets it, but realizes now he can get to fix some strained relationships with the people that brought him up. So anyways, guys, this has been my kind of analysis and opinions on the ending of Grand Theft Auto 5. I would encourage you guys to definitely leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the ending. What do you think so far? Did you like it? Did you not like the idea that you had to choose an ending? Or did you like the idea that you got some freedom and got to, you know, choose basically what you wanted in the game? So anyways, guys, like I said, if you did enjoy the video, I would encourage you guys to like, favorite, and of course, subscribe for more Grand Theft Auto 5 content. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.